out with David. We're at the City of Gumbo Limbo Sea Turtle team. And we're heading out on patrol. It is September 23rd. So we still have some turtles left in the sea turtle season and work to do. So stay tuned for more on what we do in the city of Boca, monitoring sea turtles.
Here we are out on the beach. We are splitting up and going different directions. We have a group going what we call central down towards the inlet, and we are going north up to the Highland Beach border.
So once again, we're at the City of Boca Raton, their beaches, which is how many miles long?
5 miles total.
5 miles total.
4 miles north of the inlet and 1 mile south of the inlet.
And we're right outside of Red Reef Park, which is across from Gumbo Limbo Nature Center, which is where the headquarters is for the sea turtle monitoring program with the City of Boca Raton. So it's right before sunrise, around 7 o'clock in the morning. Today I'm going to walk you through about what they do.
I'm David Anderson. I'm the Sea Turtle Conservation Coordinator at Gumbo Limbo Nature Center for the City of Boca Raton. And yes, every single morning at sunrise, March 1st, October 31st, we come out here on the beach monitoring and looking for all the sea turtle nesting activity that happened the night before. So our first pass down the beach, we're looking for tracks from females that came out last night to nest. And then we get to the end of our route, we will turn around and then we will zigzag and make our way down the beach and check every single existing nest to see if anything happened last night. Maybe a nest hatched out, maybe predators dug into it, maybe it got wet from the high tide. So we document every single detail of every single piece of sea turtle activity that we encounter.
How busy are you guys this time of year? It's September 23rd. So walk us through a typical day in this time of year.
Well, this time of year, we're probably not going to have any new nests from nesting females. In fact, our record late nest here in Boca Raton was September 27, and that happened 3 times in the past. So here we are only 5 days from it. Of course, we still could get one more nest, and that would most likely be a green sea turtle since they nest late in the season. But right now, it is important because we still have a lot of nests on the beach yet to hatch, because it takes about 2 months for each nest to hatch after they're laid. So we have a lot of nests that were, of course, laid in August and even in September that we're still monitoring.
This is Rebecca. She is also on patrol for, how long have you been here?
About 10 years at Gumbo Limbo.
10 years, and David's been here a while as well. More than that.
Almost 20.
Yeah.
20 years. We're down at the north end of the City of Boca Raton beach access areas where they monitor the nests. And the first thing that they do, now that we've scoped the whole beach that they patrol, that the coast is clear, right?
Yes, so we surveyed the entire tide line to look for any new crawls from sea turtles coming up the night before. And now that we've finished that, we can alert the beach rakers so that they can start doing their job. And then we're going to go back down the beach and check all of the existing nests that have already been laid, looking for any signs of predation, hatch out, or any kind of disturbance.
Cool. So as you guys know, you see the guys on the big tractors that rake up the seaweed. It's a little controversial. Some of us don't always agree with that, but this process is important that the sea turtle monitoring program clears the beach first, so it is done in an ecological way, and this is the process. So it's not all done. It's not done like this everywhere, but in the City of Boca Raton, I think it's done as well as it can be done. Correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
We text all the beach raking entities to say, hey, the coast is clear, so you may now proceed.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. So she's texting him right now, and then we're going to start the process going south. What are we going to see going south looking at the beach?
Well, we're checking all the nests that are incubating, and this time of year, predators are very active. So in addition to maybe documenting some nests that got wet from the tide last night, we're also going to be documenting and implementing some protection for nests that have been dug into by predators. And here on Boca's beaches, we see evidence of coyotes, foxes, raccoons, skunks. Those are most all the mammals that are digging into our nests. So we're going to check all the nests to see if there's been any predator activity, and once again implement any protection methods that we feel necessary.
What our first nest? What are you guys gonna do?
Well, this is what we call an old nest. It is beyond 70 days of incubation, so it is way overdue to, it may have been very well indeed hatched. Maybe we missed the hatch out because of heavy rains. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna look for the egg chamber, we're gonna excavate it. This nest was laid on July the 8th. So Rebecca and I are gonna dig around, see if we can find the egg chamber, because we really love to evaluate our hatch success here on our Boca beaches. So we'll hopefully find the egg chamber to be able to count all the eggs, how many hatched, how many did not hatch, and see how successful our nests are. But once again, it's an old overdue nest, and we wait until after 70 days to explore and to dig. Well, this is one of the FAU research nests. So in this particular nest, we have an instrument called a temperature data logger. And that data logger is down in with the eggs recording temperature during the 2-month incubation period. So this nest is due to hatch any day now. So we're gonna put this cage on top of the nest. So when it does hatch, we'll capture all the hatchlings in the cage, take the hatchlings back to the FAU Marine Lab at Gumbo Limbo Nature Center, and then they will determine whether the hatchlings are male and female, and they will compare and contrast it to the temperature that the temperature data logger recorded. So it requires us making a kind of an imprint of where the cage is gonna be, and then digging out a trench all around it. So we need to make sure that cage is buried a few inches deep so predators can't get into it, and of course, so the hatchlings cannot escape. At night, FAU students close the cage. In the mornings, we open the cage, so that will go on for several days until it finally hatches. Well, we completed our particular section of survey in North Boca, and now we're driving into Central Boca to finish nest checking for our central team, in which we're about to meet up with, and then we'll be done. And we'll all go back to the Nature Center, enter all of our data into the computers, and go about taking care of our resident turtles, Morgan, Lady McNubbins, and Lefty, and whatever else needs to be done back at the Nature Center.
What time do you guys take it down?
I don't get to take very many naps, but yes, hopefully because we're out so early in the morning, we do get to go home early in the afternoons. And
yeah, so you guys started your shift essentially at 7 o'clock.
This,
to go
yeah,
home at what,
3:30 right now, but yes, this time of year it's 7 o'clock. But during the the peak of the season, we're here. By sunrise time is at 6 a.m. So by then we're going home at 2:30 in the afternoon. Every single morning we check our hatchling drop-off box, because our neighboring beach programs and any beachgoer